Hi, I'm going to explain how to play Hash Pipe by Weezer. The song is in standard tuning, that is E, A, D, G, B, E on your guitar, your 6-string guitar. Song is in 4/4 time, and it's basically 4/4, but you feel it in eighth notes. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you're really feeling it like a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So there's your basic rhythmic pulse of the song. And the only other thing to be aware of in this song is that you use the power chord a lot. And if you don't know what a power chord is, I suggest you just go to Wikipedia and read about it. You can learn a few things, and it's very useful knowledge. But in a nutshell, your power chord uses the root and the fifth, and that's it, just those two notes. That, for example, is a C power chord. This would be a D power chord. But what you can also do to expand the bass in the chord is if you're playing it on the A and D strings, okay, you can double up the fifth degree of the chord in the bass, okay? Just stretch your index finger all the way across and play the same fret on the E string as you are on the A string, and suddenly you have, instead of this, you have, it's just a thicker, bassier sound, and Weezer uses that in this song, along with a lot of others. So just keep in mind that when you do your power chord in this song, you are extending the bass range and making the chord thicker and heavier sounding. One other thing to be aware of is that you use a lot of palm muting in this song. Now, in case you're not aware, using the little outer fatty part of your picking hand, okay, you want to rest that right on the bridge, okay, just enough so that you don't let the string ring open. Here would be an open A. Okay? But if you mute it just a little, you get. Okay, that's a very useful technique in rhythm playing, and one that is essential to playing the main riff in this song. And let's take a look at that now. Oh, one last thing too, as far as the sound of the guitar, you should really be using a humbucking pickup, and you want to use it in the bridge position for this song. You can play these songs on single coil pickups, but it really doesn't sound right. Weezer uses almost only humbucking pickups. Occasionally Brian Bell will use a Strat or a Tele, but you really want that thick, chunky humbucker sound to make the song sound good. Now, the main riff in the verse is a simple 4-note pattern. Just A, A, B, C, all right, on your A string. But you play it with power chords, so you're also playing on the D string, second, second, fourth, fifth, and together you get. That is the basic riff for the song. Notice when he grunts there in the beginning, after the fourth time around, he doesn't play a C chord anymore. He plays what I call a mini G. That is, these two strings here, the D string and the G string, open. On the last beat of that cycle, he goes. It's a very subtle shift in the pattern, but it keeps it from getting boring. Instead of just doing this over and over, he throws in just a little twist to liven things up. And that happens on the fourth cycle. If this is one cycle, okay, call that one cycle. You do it after the fourth cycle when he grunts, and then you also do it on the eighth cycle at the end of it, right when Rivers begins singing the word I, from I Can't Help My Feelings, I Go Out. On the word I, he's not playing, he's playing the mini G. Listen to the song and you'll see what I mean. He doesn't do it every time, but he does it enough to keep it interesting. During the verse, he does it after 8 cycles, which would be after the second lyric, the second line out of the 4-line verse, which the words are, "These plans come to get me 'cause they like my behind. I tell them the business in my..." So you see what I mean? It's just a teeny little change in the pattern at the end of the cycle, and that is done during the verse. Now, after the verse, you go into the pre-chorus. The lyric is, "Down on Santa Monica where tricks are for kids." Oh. Go from the C power chord, you go up to a D power chord. And here's where you stretch the index finger across and add that bass note in there to fatten up the power chord. So your D chord includes an A in the bass. Oh, come on and kick me. Oh, come on and kick me. I'm going to go into the chorus with an F up there, but one other thing. In the pre-chorus, when he says, "Come on and kick me," you go back to that same riff from the verse, but now you're not palm muting anymore. It's wide open, so it sounds different. And then the chorus. Kick me. Come on and kick me. E. You got your problems. To D. And every time you're doing this power chord, remember to keep that index finger all the way across. You got your problems. I got my ass wide. You got your big cheese. I got my hash wide. I can't help but and you see you're back in the verse. Second verse and second chorus are exactly the same as the first verse and first chorus, except for the very end of the second chorus, which I'm going to show you right now. See, before, when you went to, you got your big G's, you have a B chord here. Big G's! I got my hash pipe! And went right back to the verse. Second chorus, you go, you got your big G's. I got my hash pipe. I got my hash pipe. They do an extra 2 measures. Move from the B to a G chord. Only you have to add some harmonic motion in here. So instead of just playing a regular old G bar chord, you want to add the suspended 4th in, right? Pinky, 5th fret G string here. Release it, and now your middle finger is covering it at the 4th fret, and you're just going back and forth. So that's the end of the second chorus, and it goes back to the verse riff, getting ready to go into the solo. The solo is very simple. It's just a whole bunch of 8th notes, and you're playing different notes 4 times each, or pairs of notes, I should say. You start on the D and G string, and at the 17th fret, and you play those 2 4 times. Drop it down 1 fret to the 16th fret, 14th fret, 12th, and then you jump down to the octave. The note is E, and it's 7th fret A string, 9th fret G string, an octave now. Okay, so just 7, 5, 3, 2. And now you jump all the way up to the 10th and 12th frets, octave. Again, we're on the A and G strings. And finally, to the 14th and 16th. And that's the whole solo. Now, if you really want it to sound good and sound like they do in the studio, you need to use a phase shifter effect pedal for your guitar. Listen to how different this sounds. And I haven't really tweaked my settings, plus this video probably sounds like crap. But I want you to listen to the difference here now that I put a phase shifter on. I kind of messed up there, I think, in the middle. But you get the idea. The sound is very different as opposed to with no effect and just distortion. So if you can get your hands on a phase shifter, that will really come in handy. Let's see what else we got here. Something to think about in the chorus on this song. You know, one of you is singing, presumably, and sometimes guys in the band say, oh, I don't sing, I don't like singing, I'm not good at it, I can't do. Listen, everybody can do whoa, and you want to have a call and response vocal here. One voice can't cover all the vocal parts. So that while the lead voice is saying, come on and kick me, come on and kick me, you got your problems. The other fellas in the band should be helping out with some nice spirited backup bellowing and just saying, whoa, see, it's easy. Don't be shy. Get them to sing. Get those timid voices in to add to it. It'll sound way better. Coming out of the solo, you're just about home. You go into a chorus again, and the chorus is played exactly the same way the third time as you do the second time. So remember to add in that extra. I got my hash pipe. I got my hash pipe. I got my hash pipe. Now, what happened at the end there? Halfway through, he went from muting it to playing it wide open. So that's just one little thing to do at the end, and that's the whole song. I hope this helps you, and by all means let me know if you were able to learn something from this. Thanks, bye.